17307, William Sweatman.
And we enter our appearance representing Mr. Sweatnam in our plea of not guilty, waive formal reading of the charges. Your Honor, I was able to Skype with Mr. Sweatman yesterday. Before he's released, I would like to make a brief argument or statement concerning his bond.
Very well.
Your Honor, what does the court show that his bond is set at? Your Honor, Mr. Sweatnam is 28 years old. He's been held in our jail since October 21st. He can reside in Gassville at 176 Highway 126 North with his mother, who is Juanita Smith. Ms. Smith cannot be here today. She called our office this morning. Your Honor, certainly when the court factors in all the considerations for a bond, Mr. Sweatnam is entitled to some sort of reduction of his bond. I do not have his criminal history in front of me.
Says to stay.
Your Honor, Mr. Sweatman has a criminal history. In addition, this is an act of violence towards Mr. Sweatman. Basically, physically struck an individual enough they had to be flighted for medical treatment. As a result of that situation, you know, we understand that Mr. Sweatman is entitled to a bond, and we think the $50,000 is appropriate for the safety and well-being of the citizens of Atchison County. If the court does become inclined to reduce his bond and a bond that he can make, we will some very specific guidelines about no alcohol and no contact with the victim to be put in place, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we have absolutely no objection to those restrictions that Mr. Etheridge has asked of the court. I think the safety of the citizens of Lancaster County can be controlled with the no contact order with the alleged victim.
You know, one of our concerns about Mr. Sweatman is he has some previous misdemeanor history of domestic battery, which gives us pause for concern about him doing similar things while he's out, Your Honor.
Are there any felony convictions, Devin?
Was Mr. Sweatman employed at the time this? He got employment?
Mr. Sweatman, are you employed?
No, sir. Well, so it's bond at $30,000. The condition of the bond will be that he'll not use alcohol, that he'll live at his mother's house, and that he'll stay there at his mother's house. Now, I don't want him out endangering the public. So I want him to just stay. If he makes the bond, he stays at his mother's house.
I understand, Your Honor.
If there's any necessity in him going somewhere, like a medical appointment or something like that, then that can be approved. But otherwise, he'll in essence just be under home detention. You understand? Yes, Your Honor. 30,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Randall Woodward. First appearance on one charge, 308, and on revocation on the 2010 case.
Your Honor, Mr. Woodward has applied for the Public Defender's Office. I enter our appearance on his behalf in our plea of not guilty to the case of 15-308, waive formal reading of the charges, the revocation of case number 10-104, and a plea of not true. Your Honor, the only other thing that I have, I think there may have been some confusion at the jail as to whether or not he had a cash or surety bond. I believe he has a $5,000 bond, which is cash or surety.
Right, that's correct.
Judge Webb, 2 weeks ago, issued a revocation bond. He said I could bond on the revocation too, 1,500 cash or pro. I was making sure that was still okay.
State has no objection to that either, Your Honor.
That'd be good. Were you employed at the time of your arrest?
Yes, sir. I was employed at Ranger Boats.
If the state, in terms of the bond, the state be inclined to lower the bond further, do you have any objections?
Absolutely not, Judge.
You have no objection.
Okay. I'll set the bond for the two, combine the bond in the two cases at $2,500.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You have no objection.
Ashley Trivett,
And we enter a plea of not guilty on behalf of Ms. Trivett, waive formal reading of the charges. Your Honor, just for the record, the reason that we're not addressing bond is I understand she's got pending Missouri charges in a Missouri hold, so whatever her bond is, Ashley, if I'm incorrect.
I only have Missouri. I only have a warrant in Missouri for failure to appear because I was incarcerated. Because I've been incarcerated and I wasn't transported to court and nobody notified Missouri for me here, Baxter County. So I missed court there. So if Missouri is contacted, that warrant should be lifted.
Ms. Cooper, I'm going to go ahead and set her bond at $2,000.
That's fine, Judge.
Bond will be $2,000. Leonard Rogers,
That's another recent application that was picked up yesterday. I've actually not had a chance to visit Mr. Rogers, but I would enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf and waive formal reading of the charges, formal arraignment.
Is there any way I have some issues in another
the
county?
plea be noted.
Your Honor, he's trying to say something. I'm not hearing what he's saying.
Oh, I was wanting, no, I had some, a hold in another county. I was wanting to see about maybe an OR bond.
Your Honor, he's going to have to state to the court where he lives, where he's employed, because as I just stated, I have not had a chance to
Oh,
meet
I-
this gentleman.
I live in Gassville, and I am disabled, but I have a part-time job. I've lived in Gassville and Mount Home area my entire life. I live with my dad.
I'm going to set his bond at $1,000. 1,000. What's his
Yeah,
next
now-
appearance date?